real secret is that red pill isn't going away because the women who hate it support it. Oh man, you know the whole provider talk? A man ain't a man if he ain't got the money. If you can't afford to date, don't date. If you can't afford her, don't try to talk to her and compete for
I see where he's going with this.
the woman and do this and that, and you don't have no value if you don't have no money. The women are red pilled. They're red pilled. Shira? Red pill. And when I say it, I'm not saying like, oh, they have similarity. No, they're the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. That's that red pill shit. Yeah. They try to negate it by saying, well, no, I'm a feminist, so I'm just trying to do the best thing for me and the woman. No, baby. No, you're not. You're a red pill. I will not date a man. What is the point of marrying a man if he's not a provider? Red pill. The women really start to leak into that black pill shit, especially with how they treat each other. A woman can...
I see where he's going because, like, with men, red pill is like get your money up so that you could provide. Get your money up so that you could provide. Going to the gym so you could be in shape. All stuff that a man should be doing. Female side now is, hey, get a man who could provide and protect for you. All this stuff that a woman would need out of a man. Get a tall guy, if you see what I'm saying. Red pill, get a beautiful, attractive girl, so you gotta get your money up, you gotta get in shape so you could pull her. So I could see where he's going with that, like, that's technically red pill for real. Eh? I don't understand where he's going with the black pill part though.
be accomplished, have a damn doctorate degree, be making $1 million. If she's not pretty, I don't know.
That's true.
And another thing about the red pill content shit that everybody's trying to get away from, a lot of these young men grew up without dads, and the first time they heard a man say, respect yourself and demand respect from the people around you, was from red pill content. And so now a lot of times you see women getting online talking about, I lost my boyfriend, my fiance, my husband to red pill content because they had him trained. And for the first time in his life, he ran into like a boatload of content that was like, wait, I'm somebody and I don't have to listen to everything she says. And that's why you lost him. You lost your puppy dog. Like, I know he didn't walk in the house calling you the B word saying, shut up and listen to me. I know that didn't happen. He probably was like, hey, I don't like you hanging out with guys that I don't know. That's probably what it was. And you were like, he's so insecure. Y'all need to really like expand upon the points you're making when you say you...
So he basically started having standards for himself and respect for himself, and because of that, they decided to move on or move out.
Lost your man to red pill content, because I really want to know what he turned into. Genuinely, like, I need examples, because y'all never go deeper. Y'all always just be like, that's just not the man he was before. Interesting. I guarantee he started setting boundaries. I guarantee that's all it was.
Now, as far as the first video, I guess I could see some similarities, or at least I could see the point that he was trying to make. But RP content is nowhere near the same as hypergamous content or even Shira 7, which is basically the same thing. But if anything, RP content is more so about showing you how the world really works, how women truly mate select. Part of that having to do with hypergamy. So if you have come across this type of content, chances are you've learned about women's hypergamous nature. And due to the fact that we live in a society that is more materialistic than ever, that hypergamy is pretty much on steroids right now. But as far as like when more women, this uptick of women losing their men to RP content, I think it just has more so to do with the fact that these women were dealing with men that they didn't respect, men that they could manipulate and control. And then once these men came across that type of content and they realized that that's what they were dealing with in their own home or in their own relationships, they started pushing back and started questioning everything. And when these women started seeing that, they didn't know how to deal with it, because for once you was dealing with a man that had a spine, that had a backbone.
Yeah, because from the lose control of the relationship is like they don't want it anymore, because remember a lot of them are masculine too, so they want like a softy kind of easy to manipulate or easy to control, do what you say kind of guy. So if he starts to build his spine or if he starts to grow a spine, however you say it, she don't want that anymore because it's like two masculine energies, colliding.
So instead of like looking yourself in the mirror, they just, oh, we can just blame it on this type of content because that's where he got it from. I tell you, bro, women.
And I could see why Average Man Unplug is saying it's not red pill content, because red pill content really also, like, men red pill content teaches you to become better, like self-development, personal development, mentally and physically, if you see what I'm saying, and also financially. And like women, they don't, in their red pill content, I would call it, it doesn't teach them anything about personal development. It just teach them about how to get stuff out of men. But that would be similar to like the red pill content. I would they call it red pill content, where like guys tell guys like the bad part of the red pill content. I can't give you an example right now, but the bad part of it.
Women really, they really do not like men that have self-respect, bro. I tell you, bro, it's odd, bro. In my opinion, women who don't like men that have self-respect for themselves or won't just bend, those are the type of women that you should want to stay away from, because if a woman doesn't want a man that has a backbone, she's looking for a man to manipulate and control, in my opinion. Let's keep it moving.
People act as if the red pill is such a evil environment, when all it really is just reality. That's literally what the red pill means. It's just waking up from an illusion, finding out the real ideas about things that you thought were a certain way, and then you actually wake up to the idea and find out that you've been lied to the whole time, and what they've been telling you is literally not the truth. It's literally the opposite of what they've been telling you this whole time. I'll give you a quick example. Like, for example, the red pill says that women are hypergamous. That is not hate. That's just simple biology. That's a reality that's actually real. Most women are hypergamous. It means that most women are attracted to guys who are better than them in every single regard. Guys that are taller, guys that are very attractive, guys who have status, guys who have confidence and stability, not potential. And if you don't believe me, you can ask any girl out there, any woman out there. They're always going to want their guy to make at least, they did a poll on this, a study on this. Every woman, or most women, whenever they describe their ideal guy, he has to make at least 100% to 150% of what she makes. So for example, if she's making 100K, the guy needs to be making 100K or at least 150K. That's not misogyny, that's just selection. Same way how men are visually selective, women are socially selective. Another thing that the red pill teaches is that men are not loved unconditionally. And that is very, very true. Most men out there, the reality is, and they understand this, and we don't feel any type of way about this, but we.
And that part is really, really true. Like coming to that realization, it was crazy for me. Like men aren't love unconditionally. Like we could love a girl for no reason, like just because she looks good, or just because she's attractive to us, and that would be it. And a lady or a woman would love you for what you have. If you see what I'm saying, like especially nowadays, man, there's no real love out here for men. It's crazy.
Understand that we are loved based on how much value we provide and how much value we can add to somebody else's life. Because the truth is, if you did not add that value to that woman's life, then she probably wouldn't be with you. She probably wouldn't take you serious. It's a harsh truth, but it pushes us to level up. The red pill doesn't create the rules, it just exposes the ones that are already in place. And now that I come to think of it, that's why people hate the red pill so much, because it forces people to understand that, or to change and understand that, what I thought before.
And women hate it so much because y'all also have to remember, their game is deception, if you see what I'm saying. Not saying it's something bad or good, but you can't tell her body count. She doesn't want you to know her body count. They put on fake hair, they put on eyelashes, weave. Like most of women game is mystery, not deception. Mystery. A woman's game is mystery, but now that it's getting unfolded, they don't like it, if you see what I'm saying, because there's no more mystery to them.
It wasn't true. Like, that's not necessarily the truth. And it also forces people to look at the world the way that it is, not the way that it was or it should be.
And you know, I say this all the time when it comes to this topic. The RP content saved my life. I'll be honest with you, and there's a lot of guys that watch this type of content that can say the same. I've had people that watch me that say I've done the same for them, and I appreciate that, and that's one of the reasons why I keep pushing to do what I do. But I do want to say this because I know, because John mentioned earlier, the whole provider thing. This is one of the reasons why I've considered my channel more RP awareness, more so than just RP content in particular. Because one of the reasons why I named my channel Average Man Unplugged, because when we were having these conversations before I started my channel, it always seemed like there was just a big massive hole in the argument, and the big 80-20 rule conversation comes up, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so you mean to tell me we're just gonna have all these conversations and just disregard the other 80% of people in the world? Because that other 80% includes women too. So as much as women want to sit over here and try to shit on RP content, you know what I mean? It's like, RP content could be valuable to women too, because especially women that are watching hypergamy content, because all of y'all are chasing after the top 20%. And as many followers as I see women like Sprinkle getting, ain't no way in hell, because she got over 1 million followers. You really expect me to believe that over 1 million women that are following her are going to get that type of man? Come on, bro.
Losing your girl because you became addicted to listening to men spew red-pilled rhetoric all day is actually one of the gayest things you could do as a man.
What? I don't understand how you're gonna diss red pill content, as you should, and then follow it with red pill rhetoric. Obviously, there's a lot of homophobia in red pill, so it's and that's part of the reason it's criticized. Going to criticize it and then engaging in homophobia is crazy, but look how she
I think this guy is wrong. Red pill doesn't really bash homophobia that much. If you see what I'm saying, it's more about personal development. It doesn't bash homophobia.
Defended it. Someone called her out. She said, I think if you obsess over men and seek their validation, this is pretty gay. I don't know why everyone's so upset by that. It's not an insult. It's just a matter of fact. For one, no, that's not how anything works.
That's crazy.
For one, no one ever makes these allegations for women. Someone was dating a man and she said, I started watching Shiro 7 Sprinkle videos, so now I want him to pay for everything. Would not make that.
Use that logic now. If over obsessing over a man and wanting to be basically a pick-me is gay, they're basically telling us, right? Over obsessing over a woman and being a simp is gay. If you see what I'm saying, it's crazy.
That argument, you probably wouldn't care at all. And also, it's a very normal thing to want the approval of the group that you are a part of. I'm not pro red pill. That does not make it right. Acting as if men are supposed to just magically never want a man's approval is
Humans want the approval of both sex. You want the approval of men and you want the approval of women. It's just depending on the feel that you're in. It doesn't necessarily really depend, because watch, in relationships, guys boast about guys boast about the females that they sleep with the guys' friends, because they're looking for approval or some kind of confirmation from the guys, oh yeah, he hit a baddie. You also want the approval from females in relationships, so that you could get the baddies, if you see what I'm saying. It just depending on what it is. It's not everything that you're gonna want the approval from both genders, but a lot of stuff you're gonna want the approval from both genders. Some stuff you want the approval from one or the other gender, if you see what I'm saying.
Reasonable. Because think about it. Women want other women to approve of them. Black people want other black people to approve of them. And the thing is, there are people who are I don't really care. And some don't really care. But most who say that probably are lying. It's like wanting everyone in your hometown to like you. If you're a part of a group, you want the group to like you. I'll never understand why this is such a confusing concept to something. That was scary. I don't understand why this is such a confusing concept to some people.
With women demonizing red pill content now, I'm seeing that they're trying to almost act like it's a terroristic group, or it's a woman hating, woman bashing group. They're doing it because now men are waking up. They waking their game up. Even some of the simps is waking their game up. When we was growing up, we didn't have access to this type of content. We didn't have access to successful men giving us life advice on women, on business at your fingertips, like just in your phone. You can get the type of game that you're supposed to get from your dad from hundreds of men now, from all.
But the thing is, even that, a lot of the game you couldn't necessarily get from your dad because some of us dads didn't know the game. They just had it a lot easier. So like, my dad wasn't a businessman. I couldn't ever get business game from my dad, if you see what I'm saying. I could have got woman game from my dad because my dad is who used to be talking about I'm fat. He made me get into shape, if you see what I'm saying. He taught me about women, but he couldn't give me business game. But I still get the point where the guy is coming from.
Walks of life from all races, and women are starting to no longer have the upper hand because men is like, oh no, I learned about this. Oh no, I learned about this. But you know, they don't have to bump their head
that's a fact.
and get that heartbreak to pick up on the red flags. The game is there now. So now your first girlfriend, you see it. Oh shit, Andrew Tate said this. Oh shit, Mr. Varro said that. Oh shit, the Messiah said this. Oh shit, Kylie told me about that. So now men have the upper hand and women are furious.
If you want to be single, just say that. If you don't want nobody around you, just say that. The lady got on here and said she left her man after 10 years because he consumed red pill content. The story was crazy. I didn't hear nothing wrong. He didn't abuse her. She said he took care of everything. She wanted to move. He wanted to move. She said, okay. He wanted to do this. She said, okay. They moved into the apartment. Okay. He asked her about it. I guess she took over the apartment at one point in time. Then he told her, hey, this is a little bit too expensive. We might as well get a house. They got a house. Okay. The whole problem was, she said, when he was gone 2 months at a time, everything was good. But now he's home every day. Now it's the issue. She said it was cameras in the house. He started asking her, is she doing anything at the house? And she said, I don't have to tell you. I'm my own person. You accept the roles, the gender roles, when you let them do for everything. I don't understand, bro.
Women are the reason why red pill content still exists. Ladies, if you don't like red pill content, why do y'all keep going on Red Pill Podcast? Why? Why do y'all keep going on Fresh and Fit? Why? Every day I see a new batch of women on Fresh and Fit. Every day.
And that's true. Like Fresh and Fit, there's no lack of women going on the channel because you already know they're trying to get exposed, or they're trying to blow up the Instagram or the OF, they're trying to make money off of it. So yeah, I could understand that. They're the reason for real why red pill content is still exists, because even Kevin Samuels, like I used to watch how that dude speak to them. Like I agree with what he's saying, but how he came off, if you see what I'm saying, like you can't talk to me like that, if you see what I'm saying, and I keep coming back to you, like yeah.
You already know what time it is when you go on that podcast, but yet y'all continue to go. If y'all didn't like red pill content, why did y'all keep going on Kevin Samuel's show? Why? You already know what time it is when you go on Kevin Samuel's show. You knew what time it is. Every day I see a new Kevin Samuels video come out on YouTube. Why? Because y'all gave him content. That's why. If you don't like Andrew Tate, why is there always women in his Lamborghini?
Clout.
Why is there always women riding in his Bugatti if you
And
don't
look,
like
the
his
lifestyle.
red pill content? The reason why is because y'all like clout and attention. Y'all like clout, money, and attention. Y'all
The
do.
lifestyle.
There would be no red pill content if y'all stop going on the show and giving these dudes content. Y'all keep going on the show. You keep going on these podcasts because you like the attention. You like it. I don't like the police. I don't. So me, I'm not going to the police station. That would be stupid. If you don't like red pill content or red pill content creators, stop going to their show. Stop watching their show. Duh. Ladies, y'all gotta huddle up as a group and figure out what y'all want. Do you want the money, clout, and attention? Or do you want the respect? You gotta decide as a group, no cap.
And not only going on these other podcasts and what have you, but also the countless amount of content that they give us to react to on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all over social media. Y'all constantly give us content to react to and prove our points over and over and over again. So I'm like, at this point, it's
Guys, that's all I'm gonna show for today. Check out the Average Man Unplug. There's a bit more to the video, and if you have any videos you guys want me to react to, any recommendations, leave them down in the comments. And yeah, thank you guys again for tuning in. J-Pop TV out.